goes to the front desk. Here, you've got the Wailea wing elevators. They're Otis Series M2, but we're not going to ride them yet. But this is what they look like. Pretty nice bank. So many luggage. Awesome. A lot of people checking out today. This is a painting here. Front desk, the concierge. That is a kids club or kids club poster advertisement here. We've got this corridor here to the Wailea, and we've got the courtyard. We got like a little courtyard. We got a water refill station right there. We just passed it, but I want to showcase this real quick. This is a water refill station right here next to the Wailea wing elevators. Lobby isn't that packed right now, so it's a good time to film. And the baton line. Keep going there. Here we've got more of a lobby. We've got artwork in the baton line. And we've got some stairs. We're going to show you that section later. And we've got the baton line. Looks pretty nice. They've renovated it over time, so it looks pretty modern. Stats. Few of the resort. So when you're in, that's the chapel room. You can be able to see the chapel by a little right there.
I was like this. I turned around.
This is pretty cool. You've got the Ikena restaurant here. We're gonna go down there in a minute as we pass through the Batero line. But here is a door. Some of these elevators. They're Otis Series M2. You can hear them. You can kind of tell they're Otis Series M2s. And then you've got this really nice view of the chapel over there. It looks pretty cool. Pretty nice. You've got the Ikena restaurant here. And then you've got the view of the chapel and Wailea wings. You've got some nice gardens. And that balcony is the Ikena restaurant. And in the distance, you can see the pools and an olivine restaurant right there. In the distance, over there is Wailea Beach. We got some views of that. Looks pretty nice, this elevator bank right here. Here's another view of the chapel wing and Wailea wings. And here is a pathway. Luckily, there's not a lot of people now over there. It's just because there were a lot checking out today. The day I filmed it, which is January 4th, 2025. And here, we've got some stairs. Got some tiki torches. They're common in Hawaii. We've got this staircase that'll take you down. And then here, you've got the chapel wing, which we will showcase soon. That's going to be the first wing, actually, we're going to showcase. But first, we're going to look around in the lobby. You can see up into the lobby and the Napua Tower. Or, yeah. This is just some corridor. Here is a chapel wing corridor. It's open aired. There's like a lawn thing out there. We already seen the views, but yeah, this is pretty nice. This is a nice resort. View, as you can tell, is about the same from earlier chapel. It's just that Ikena is on this floor, and this is the elevator bank, elevator lobby, except on the 3rd floor. Looks just like on the 4th floor, which is the lobby level. And you got the call station of some Otis Series M2 elevators. Yeah, looks pretty nice. We got these table lamps here, and then we got this continuing corridor, which we'll check out next. We got a corridor to some restrooms. Let's check out here. It's in this corridor. Got some paintings. And you've got the sounds. And you've got some restrooms here. Here. There's another restroom. Huh. Looks like an office space here, but it's pretty cool. It's where the motor is coming from. Fluorescent light sound or whatever. It's a door. Don't know where that leads, but I'm not going in there. Here, got the Botero Lounge up there. And here, we've got Ikena. It's a restaurant here. Looks pretty cool. And then you've got some of the chapel wing in the distance. Yeah, this is inside Ikena. We got some healthy stairs into this really nice Ikena restaurant. Looks so nice. Especially after this cool modernization they did. And then that's the balcony. Again, that's the chapel view. Here you've got another of those dome-like things. This is inside one. And there it'll just look about the same. In there, looks just about the same on the outside. And then here we've got some painting, which is pretty cool. And then here is the Botero Lounge. We're just gonna go up these stairs to show you what it looks like. The Botero Lounge. We got the balcony view from it. You can see the lobby. Got this greenery. There's another stairwell on the other end. So this is the view of it coming down. This is a very big resort. As you watch the video over time, you're gonna see how big this resort is. And we are already 8 minutes into the video, about 8 minutes, maybe more, I think. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna check out the chapel wing first. Or the elevators, which we will do soon after this. We're gonna walk through the 3rd floor of the chapel wing. We're gonna walk through this floor. Got some nice views. And then there's the Wailea wing off in the distance. Some nice greenery. And that's cool. But anyway, how about we continue to see more of some of the greenery before we do the elevators to the chapel wing. And we might pass through a chapel wing corridor. We're gonna take a ride on the chapel wing elevators before we explore the ground floor, what that has. There's an entrance into the 2nd floor hallway. This is a 10-story resort. It's one of the largest on the island of Maui in the state of Hawaii. So yeah, you've got this nice path. Here you've got the chapel wing hallways, and there you've got some gazebo. See, that's the ground floor hallway, which we will explore in a moment. And there, we've got this nice, like, gazebo thing. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a hut, I guess. A nice, like, hut. And then we've got the vegetation, nice plants. And then we've got a pond here. That is very cool. We've got a bridge in the ground floor hallway. And we have this nice lagoon here. And off in the distance, there are some gazebos. That's one of them off in the distance. There's the main resort back there again. There's the chapel wing continued. And here's another gazebo. And you've got some more greenery and vegetation. There's more of the chapel wing. There's a bridge there, but we're not going in there. Jesus, we're not going there. And here is the chapel. Mostly for weddings. This isn't like a church in Christianity. But it kind of resembles one. Here you've got a statue. Pretty cool. And then here you've got some stairs. And then here you've got the pools off in the distance, but we are going to showcase those next. It's after we ride the chapel wing elevators. And inside the chapel, we can actually go. This is inside the chapel of the Grand Wailea Resort. Never been in here. Looks so nice. We've got these piers. Yeah, looks pretty nice. Basement. Or not. There's just stairs. And here, back outside again. We've got continuing to see those lagoons in the distance. And we've got the pool. You can see more greenery and the chapel wing, but before we're gonna ride the chapel wing elevators, as I mentioned to you earlier, before we check out that over there. And these elevators are actually pretty nice. This resort looks very modern, honestly. And we're also going to see the spa entrance. Oh, there's a place you can see the resort. And here is the Keolani Spa. It is a pool spa. That is her name's up there. And then here we've got the elevators to the chapel wing. But before, this is the rooms. Not gonna. This is inside the spa. Anyway, let's ride the elevators. No light,
Oh boy, doors are nearly closed on me. 4. This one has a green button. This is an Otis Series M2. Here we are at 4. Let's take a cab view. G. Somehow the buttons on that side are green and somehow they're red on this side. The ones that are replaced buttons, vandal resistant. But guess what? This elevator may be nice, but it has a bad thing. No door open button on this side. At least there's one on this side, but yeah. That's it for the Chapel Wing elevators.
And as you keep going, there's a spa, as you can see. We got a couple of windows with those people. And that right there, some doors.
Film this.
And then here, you've got this really nice fountain area. And these 2 paths with some nice lampposts leading you. You can see the Molteni and Halakala wings and the lagoon wings. So, and then we got these nice fountains here. And then another view of the chapel. And then the chapel. We got the pianos. Oh, now there's people coming. So. This here are the pools. Got some cool slides here. That's the lagoon wing over there. Yeah, this pool is pretty cool. Waterfall. We've got the Olivine restaurant off in the distance and the pool. We've got some water slides and the water elevators. We can't film the pools though because there are a lot of people. That's the adult pool. There's some other pools over there too. Like with the lava slide. Some water slides and pools. Now let's go to the lagoon wing. So this is just some fun tips here. And more fun things. More things. Here we go. The lagoon off in the distance. You can see Ikena, the Kiolani spa, and the spa grinder. You can see here the pool tower in the distance. This is a really big resort, and it's bigger than you think it is. You're gonna see why later on. And this way, got some park benches here. And this way, we've got the lagoon wing elevators, which are this way, the lagoon wing elevators. Sure, these lagoon wing elevators. And they're Otis Series M2 as well. We've got this one.
This one has a missing 3rd floor button. 4. This is an Otis Series M2. This one's missing a 3rd floor button. Here we are at 4. Let's take a quick cab view.
We're gonna see some another section of the resort. This is the other side of the lobby. And the following elevators over there, there's people doing different branches from the Victoria line. The movie was actually filmed here a while ago. Let's go with it. It's a pretty nice movie, as you can tell. I've seen it. You should watch it. I recommend you to. Let's go with it. Best thing. So that's all. shops inside the resort. It's a beautiful resort.